Inajaleko. That means making your life. You make your life. Nobody else makes it for you. The instructions are very simple. They are all based on the traditional teachings of thinking. To the east, to the south is planning, to the west is understanding life, to the north is the teaching of faith. Tenenit lenigidikat kehnalta paavudanossen. Ei jähe at eego ei jähe kenalta. Askigo ei jähe kinalta. Ei jähe le kadorchen no leera. Kadedi has tuin neise do neise. Ako even as she jähe kon hanegi benkelta huilna dolle. Ai se bevos hanegi ei jähe kat innaata leko, innaan leko. Di kon ba hon zandole. What ni. Taron da hon tintle. Ei beina tinigi hidi kat odast anako hidi benkelta huilna dolle. Saago ei jähe hot egi deo. Nan timbet ala hodlo. Ei she ei jähe ba hon zandole. In the traditional ways of our people, when the young boy or a young lady comes of age, we have ceremonies that we have conducted for the young woman that we call kehnalta. Keh would be the girl ceremony, and for the boy it's ki nalta, and that is done in the sweat lodge. It's sort of more of a private ceremony for the boy. For the girl, it is very much that they keep it open for all of the relatives and friends and so on, and they invite people to participate in the celebration of this young girl now becoming a woman. And that's the coming of age ceremony. But in the coming of age ceremony, there are a lot of instructions given to the young man and the young lady. And as I've mentioned before, I've only been familiar with the one given to the boy. The girl ceremony is pretty much, I'm sure, of what I'm going to share with you as far as what we were told as a young boy when you have your coming of age ceremony. And that is that the first thing that they want you to understand is the idea that every morning that you're supposed to get up and offer your first prayer of the day. And you can use the corn pollen, which I have in this pouch, and take a little pinch of it and put it on your tongue and a little bit of it up here on top of your head where your spiral is, and then you sprinkle a little bit of it to the direction east. And that's the direction that you offer your morning prayer. And that is the very beginning of your training and instruction, is that you must always be praying in the morning. If you don't have tadatin, you can use white cornmeal. And you can use that and sprinkle it as your prayer offering. In the evening, you can, evening prayer, of course, you can use the corn pollen as well, or you can use the yellow cornmeal and sprinkle that as your prayer offering. But it is that the first thing in the morning and the last thing of the day should be done with the prayer. Praying is a very necessary part of making your life, and that's what it's called. Inajaleko. That means making your life. You make your life. Nobody else makes it for you. And so the instructions are very simple. They are all based on the traditional teachings of thinking. To the east, to the south is planning, to the west is making that life or understanding life, and then to the north is the teaching of, well, our people say hope, but I think it's the better word is faith. And it is that thinking is so very important. You must think about the things that you want to do for yourself throughout your life. And the only thing that you can do is, of course, to begin thinking about planning your life. You cannot do it without the plans and that you have to make for yourself. In modern times, it might be that you conclude your education, maybe earn a high school diploma, and possibly you can begin thinking about some kind of a career or a profession. And then after that, you've completed those, then you might begin to think about maybe starting a family and marriage and so on. And so there's a lot of things that you have to give a lot of thought to, and you have to plan it. And the thinking and the planning, of course, involves setting goals for yourself. And that's very important in this modern time. And the establishing your priorities. You have to have priorities. And in the traditional way of our, we're always told that the most important thing is which is family or kinship, relatives. Those are important. And the way that you live your life, these people will see and look at you and see what you're doing. And you can always count on being an example that is good or an example that is bad. And so in making your life, you have to understand that there are a lot of people that are praying for you and hoping for you and pray that you will go the right direction. And there are things in that we have to understand in the living the life that we make for ourselves. And of course, the idea of having joy. A lot of people get confused about the idea of joy and happiness. And I think that probably the confusion comes because there's so many things that you can experience the joy from. For myself personally, when I saw my firstborn come into this world, that was joy. That was my complete connection to the holy people that I could see. And I felt that joy. And you feel that joy when you pray to the holy people and see how they provide learning, direction, and protection in your life. And the part about happiness is as your children grow and you see them completing their education and getting into a career and raising their family and they're doing well, that is where happiness comes in. And the other teaching about the peace. Peace is, of course, when you can have it spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and, of course, in your physical environment. And that involves your journey on the Beauty Way path. Now, when I was very young, and I've shared this story before, when we were at a ceremony and people were discussing the corn pollen path, and that was the corn pollen path, and they were saying that you must pray at all times about everything, the things that you are concerned about, and you must always remember that journey on the corn pollen path, which is the praying. And I was joking about it, and I said, what about to the left or to the right? And they got very angry with me, really. And is what they said to me, which is that you're not supposed to talk that way. Your responsibility is to understand that we have to make that journey with a prayer constantly. And so that journey on the Beauty Way path, that journey on the Beauty Way path involves the idea of being a prayerful person and making all of your various decisions and that. And so the holy people know who you are. And when you pray to them and they look at your down here and you're wearing these beads and they say, there's one of our children. He knows where he came from. What is he asking for? Let's give it to him. And so they know through your deepest thoughts and your feelings and just about everything there is to know about you. Or maybe they know more about you than you know about yourself. But it is that the journey on the Beauty Way path is something you have to plan for in making your life, is to maintain your journey on the Beauty Way path. Now, one other thing is that a lot of times people are always afraid to think that they might fail, or they might be glad about their success. But failing is a part of the growth in that. We have to experience failure. We have to experience success and all of the different things that we do. And we have to learn from these things. And that's the only way that we grow, we are told. Is that you learn from the way that you experience things in life. And so they always encourage us to be aware that we're not going to be able to succeed sometimes and we'll fail at things. And to not become discouraged. You can be disappointed as often as necessary, but don't ever get discouraged. because discouragement, of course, destroys what is called confidence. And confidence is very important to have and maintain. And that is to be able to have confidence in the holy people and their involvement in your life. You have to have that faith, and you have to have that hope that the holy people are there, that they are real, and the confidence has to be not only spiritual, it has to be physical, emotional, and mental. And so making your life is the inachaleko, that means make that beauty way path a part of your plan in making your life. And those are the things that we're told.
Hey, thanks for watching our videos. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss one of our uploads. Also, head over to our website, NavajoTraditionalTeachings.com. Sign up for our email list. Okay.